March 30th, 1944. The Red Army commander gave me this diary today to write down the last months of the war. I'm not sure why he thinks I'll be good at this. School wasn't too good on me. I guess to start this journal, I should say what happened in the past few days. A few days ago, a small convoy of Red Army trucks and a tank rolled up into my village, demanding all able-bodied men to join them to help with the Great Patriotic War. I'm not sure if it was out of duty to my country, or if it was out of the need for action. I walked up to the commissar of the truck and told him that I was to join. He looked me over. He told me I was going to be a tanker because of my height, and gave me this journal. He said that the Red Army needs a point of view of the war from a tanker, for the historical records. I jumped into the back of the truck at the end of the convoy. I was greeted by 4 men, not from my village, perhaps the one before mine. They all looked at me, saying if I was good, I guess. I took a seat at the back of the truck and looked down to my feet, not knowing where I would go next. As I write this, we are driving through a burnt field. Seems the Red Army moves fast through the Wehrmacht's lines. Not sure what use more conscripts are at this point, unless they have something big planned. I'm going to die, aren't I? Later that day, I got my uniform, a black jumpsuit with a brown belt and a golden buckle showing the Red Star hammer and sickle. Feels heavy and thick. With it came a odd helmet. It's more like a hat. It looks like a Yushunka, but with foam padding through the head and front. It has a headset on the inside with a small cable coming out one of the ear flaps. I don't get it. How can this stop a bullet? I don't think there's any metal in it at all. Along with that, I got some boots and gloves, both of which I can't really complain about. It's better than anything I ever had. I can't help but feel confused, however. Where's my gun and ammo? I know I'm supposed to be a tanker, but don't they get guns? And now that I think about it, I haven't seen my tank yet. I hope it's a good one. On the truck ride here, I overheard the soldiers talking about something called a tiger. One of the men shivered at the sound of it. When I asked what it was, they looked at me with blank faces. After a few seconds of cold stares, one of the men said it's a German tank. One that cannot be killed and one that always kills. Can't be that bad. Soviet Union has always been better than Germany. No way our tanks are outclassed. Thinking about this so-called tiger makes me realize I've never seen the inside of a tank before. I'm not sure how to use one either. And now I can't help but feel a sense of fear. The commissar called for me. Until next time, I guess. April 7th, 1944. It's been a while since I've been able to write in this journal. I've been training non-stop. I met my crew, however. I'll be sitting up in front on the left with the assistant driver, Dmitri. He doesn't talk much, he just reads this bloody book in his free time. His job is to use the radio, hull gun, and if need be, take my place if I die. Behind me in the turret of the tank is Pavlov, the gunner. He is an asshole. Hasn't said a nice thing since we met. The loader, Dima, is okay though. The commander and him have the most experience in the tank, but whenever Dima tries to teach me what to do whenever I have a question, he makes this kinda stupid joke with it. And then there's the tank commander, of course, Sergeant Datsuk. I don't know his first name, and to be honest, I'm afraid to ask. He seems like a tank himself. He's very cold and precise. You can tell it by his face alone. His words are exact and stiff. I guess he makes the perfect commander, however. At least whenever he tells you something, it doesn't end in a penis joke, though. Overall, the crew is nice. But I can't help but feel left out, like they know each other from before. Maybe I'm a replacement? Either way, this war will be over soon. I hope no one will replace me. Speaking of replacements, our tank we used for training broke. The engine died on us. Poor maintenance, I assume. For the time we're waiting here, looking over some manuals for a multitude of tanks while we wait for a new one, as we still don't know which model we'll get. I assume it'll be the same one we trained in, a T-3485? It's rather small on the inside. I don't have much leg room, and the clutch, brake, and gear stick are all hard as hell to use. You'd think someone would lube it up before it leaves the factory. Other than that, it's nice. I have a good view to my front when the hatch is open, and it's pretty simple to start. You just gotta... Oh, fuck, how do you start it? Oh, that's right! Brake and clutch pushed all the way down. You gotta make sure it's in neutral, hand throttle to half. Fuel pump, horn to make sure people know you're starting, and then the ignition. If it's too cold for the starter to get her going, there's a small canister of compressed air at my feet. I just turn the knob, and the engine starts right up. Dimitri told me never to use this unless it's an emergency, though. I guess you can't refill it on the go. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to reading these manuals, just in case I get assigned a different tank. I guess I need to know how to use all of them, just in case. April 9th, 1944. I don't have much time to write this, because tomorrow we're going to be deployed to a town west of here. Odessa, I think? Anyway, our replacement tank has arrived. It's a T-34-85. Looks brand new, at least. There are 2 stripes on the end of the barrel and the number 349 in white paint on the side of the turret. When we went to go open the hatches to get inside and start her up, we found a red fox sitting in the driver's seat. After we shoot it out, Dima made the joke to call it the Fox Box. Everyone looked at him like he was crazy, but I thought it was a good idea. So after we were done with the checks, I snuck off with Dima and painted the Fox Box on the other side of the turret from the number. When the rest of the crew came back to see the drying paint on the tank, I saw a slight smile on everyone's face. Except for Pavlov. He was still pretty angry for no reason. Sergeant Datsuk grabbed a bottle of vodka from his pack and threw it at the side of the hull. It broke and splashed the drink everywhere. He said under his breath, "A tradition with my old crew," and promptly jumped onto the back and into his hatch. Tomorrow the Fox Box is going into war, and if I said I wasn't scared, I'd be lying my ass off. If I follow Sergeant Datsuk's order, I trust I'll survive. But until next time, I need some sleep.